If you want to be a better detailer, then this video is for you. Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things detailers always forget. And these are generally mistakes that you want to avoid at all costs because they can be a danger to your health. Now, while you may not always forget these are pretty common things that I know, myself included, have been prone to skipping over or just not even thinking about it when I'm on the job. And that's why I want to address these things in this video. Because if I had this video from the start, then maybe, just maybe, I would have avoided these mistakes earlier on and saved myself a few hassles along the way. Right off the bat, let's talk about when you are on the job. No matter what job you may be doing, it's really easy to get carried away. You know, there are multiple details, and it's such a satisfying process, and it's like a progression. You visibly see everything that you have to work on. You see every dirty thing that you just want to attack. You want to get going. You want to finish the job. But sometimes it's better to take things slow. You have to go get a drink of water. You have to cool off. You have to take a break. Otherwise, the job is going to end up going slower. Because if you're not feeling it, your work is going to reflect that. So, get a drink of water and take a break. Those 2 things right there are going to save you time, money, energy, you name it. If you're feeling good on the job, your results are going to reflect it. On a similar page, if you are outside in the sun working a lot, even if it's just one car, if it's 1 car to 3 cars, it doesn't matter. You need to be using sunscreen. Just as harsh as that sun can be on the paint, it's going to be harsh on your skin. Even if you think it's much faster, not put it on, you don't care. If this is your job, whether it's part-time or a full-time job, you're most likely going to be detailing a lot of vehicles out in the sun, especially if you are mobile. And so if you are, please use sunscreen. And I am especially bad about this myself. But do yourself the favor, put sunscreen on, otherwise you may have to pay for it in the future. Along those same lines, always wear your gloves. Especially now in the world, there's no better time and no better reason to always wear your gloves. In some of my own videos, you can see that I'm not wearing gloves. And in my defense, most of the time, it is when I'm doing like a very personal vehicle, if it's not my own. But still, I do need to get on it myself and just put them on. But it's not that hard of a process. It's just a little tedious sometimes when you're not doing it. If you're just going to vacuum, sometimes you don't want to wear gloves. It's just that simple. But in reality, there's no telling what you're going to pick up, what's going to get clogged in the vacuum, that you're going to have to pick out from the nozzle or from the crevice tool. Many things can happen, so please wear your gloves, and I will do better as well. And this leads us to our last thing. Please wear your mask. If you are dealing with harsh chemicals for an extended period of time and there's no airflow, there's no ventilation, that is a horrible thing to be breathing in nonstop. Because as detailers, we revolve around different kinds of chemicals, stronger, more powerful degreasers, iron removers. And whether they smell good or they smell like rotten eggs, that is way too much to be breathing in all the time. And that's not something we can physically see an issue with. It's not like our hands getting red from being outside and them getting cold in the winter. It's internal. And it's better to be safe than sorry, and it's better to just wear a respirator or even just a cloth mask if you need to. Because it will be much safer long term if you just wear your mask, just put it on real quickly before you're using these harsh chemicals for long periods of time. To wrap it all up, These are just some simple health things that we can tend to look over. When you're on the job, you need to get a drink of water if you're going too long, too hard. And it's okay to take a break. Even if you feel like a 30-minute break is 30 minutes that you're not working, you're losing time and money. But you can make that up so much faster and not lose any time if you're feeling good from the break. If you're feeling more close to 100% like when you started. And so it may seem like you're going behind, but you're potentially going forward if you do take a break. And use sunscreen. You do not want to have to deal with the problems later down the road if you don't start wearing sunscreen now. And it's so simple. If you're going to be handling a bunch of chemicals, which we know you are, we both know that you're going to be touching chemicals. Wearing your gloves is going to save your hands. Because if this stuff is designed to cut through grime that is on a vehicle, there's no telling what it's going to cut through on your own skin. Similarly, wear your mask. Because if this stuff is going straight into your lungs and you're just inhaling it, you're going to cause yourself some issues. So it's best if we address these things now, especially if you're just getting started. You have to get into the habit of doing these things. That way you're protected and you can continue to do your job safely. And that really is all I wanted to talk about. Just a few things to keep yourself safe that you may overlook. You may make these mistakes and you may forget to do these things. So hopefully this video has helped you in any way with one of these things or has brought anything to your attention. Let me know your thoughts down below, and that's that. See ya.